I was about to leave the office because it's 3 a.m. in the morning on a Sunday night, and then I decided no, you can't leave. People need to know about this. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Fantastic to have you here on the Electric Viking. My name is Sam Evans, and I'm coming to you here from Melbourne, Australia at 3 a.m. on a Sunday night. Now, I'm sure you're cozy in your bed having a great sleep as I make this video, as you should be. But I remember a story when I started this channel. I was about 2 months in, and I was putting in a lot of effort into the channel, and it's hard to start a YouTube channel. It's quite a challenge. In fact, when I first started the channel, I did have some serious questions about whether or not I would actually succeed, because I was making videos and, to be honest, no one seemed very interested. You can have a look back at my videos that I made in the first few weeks or the first month of after starting the channel, and there's very few views on those videos. So I was having some doubts, and I started to make more videos and kind of try to give people more of what they were interested in. I made some videos about what's been happening in the electric car industry and explaining to people that actually electric car sales would double. And I remember someone said on the channel, "That's it. I'm done with this channel. I'm unsubscribing. I'm sick of this crap." And they were basically saying to me that I was wrong about electric car sales doubling in 2021. And guess what? It might just happen. Inside EVs has just reported that 2021 EV sales are projected to hit a whopping 5.6 million, which means they will come close to doubling that of 2020 and tripling that of 2019. So, my friend who unsubscribed from the channel, will you consider subscribing again now that it turns out I was actually correct? To tell you all the truth, I don't care either way. If you don't believe in the electric car revolution now, then frankly, you're just an idiot, because the writing is so well and truly on the wall. It should be ingrained into your brain by now that electric cars are here to stay and that they are taking over the entire auto industry by 2030. And you know what? I've been saying 2030 now for quite a few months, but honestly, I think it's going to happen quicker than that. Because look at what's happening in China. Look at what's happening in Germany. Look what's happening in Norway. Look at what's happening in so many countries around the planet. EVs are just going crazy. Now, Stephen Loveday for Inside EVs reports that according to a recent report published by Bloomberg New Energy Finance, yes, mainstream media are actually saying positive things about EVs. Isn't that good to know? And shared by Green Car Congress, EV sales in 2021 stand to hit an impressive 5.6 million. For reference, automakers across the globe have a combined target of 40 million EVs sold per year by 2030. Now, I'm not sure about that because Tesla plans on 20 million in 2030. BYD plans on 3.5 million in 2025. I mean, we're already almost all the way at half. That's more than half the way there. So, yeah, I think it might be a lot more than 40 million in 2030. In fact, I would say it'd be more like 80 million in 2030. EV sales in 2020 amounted to just 3.1 million, while 2019 saw 2 million EVs sold. If BNEF's estimate for 2021 is correct, EV sales on the year will come close to doubling that of 2020. Pretty impressive. During the first half of 2021, EV sales are up some 140% compared to the first half of 2019. However, this increase includes battery electric vehicles and plug-in hybrids. Now, it also includes hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicles, but they make up, well, nothing. They're basically 0.1% of the total. And if you want to know more about what's really going to happen with hydrogen vehicles, and if you've been conned by the industry to think those are a legitimate option for passenger vehicles, then check out some of the videos I've made. I'll put links to those in the description below. This channel is not about trying to bullshit you. I'm trying to tell you the truth because that's what I do. During the first half of 2021, EV sales are going crazy, but in the second half of 2021, EV sales have been going way crazier. Wait. It's totally changed. Here's an example, right? Start of this year, EV sales were about 5% of all car sales in China. Well, in October, they were 19%. 19. That's 4x versus what they were in January. What are they going to be in November? Well, keep watching the channel and you'll find out very soon. As far as all global passenger vehicles are concerned, the latter three electrified vehicles made up some 7% of all sales across the globe in the first half of 2021. In 2019, during the same period, only 2.6% of vehicles were electric. BNF also points out that the global fleet of these vehicles is now almost 13 million. Now, forecasts related to the global fleet of ZEVs are rising as well. BNF estimates that some 677 million electric vehicles will be on the road by 2040. Its previous estimate was much lower at 495 million. All these ridiculous estimates, they are ridiculous because honestly, these kinds of mainstream media publications and just mainstream publications are so constantly wrong by so constantly underestimating the adoption of electric cars that the fact that anyone takes them even remotely seriously is totally mystifying to me. Now, according to Bloomberg, the transition to electric vehicles is being accelerated due in part to reduce costs in the segment, growing charging infrastructure, longer range EVs, and an increasing variety of options for EV shoppers, things I've been saying all year. Electric vehicle analyst and lead author of the latest report, Alexandra O'Donovan, shared. Ambitious targets are increasingly being matched by policies and regulations stimulating market growth for zero-emission vehicles. The European Union's proposed CO2 emissions standards imply that electric vehicles should account for 25 to 32% of sales in the bloc by 2025. This is just, this is stupid. Come on, they're going to be at least 50% by 2025. Come on, mate, you call yourself an expert. Seriously? And 60 to 83% by 2030. 60 to 83% in Europe by 2030. We all know that in Europe, they're going to be 100% by 2030. Come on, mate. Come on. Proposed fuel economy rules in the US imply a 24% market share for electric vehicles by 2026, on the way to a 50% share by 2030. Equally ridiculous. Under President Biden's executive order, China targets 20% new energy vehicles by 2025. We're already there. But have you read the news? We're already at 20% now, increasing to 40% by 2030. Well, that's all changed. Obviously, China admits in the last few weeks that they were wrong. They got it all wrong. It's happening much faster. All those predictions have changed. I mean, try to stay up with the facts here, guys. Electric cars are already 19% of sales not last month, but the month before last in China. So what are we going to increase by 1% in the next 4 years? That's not going to happen. We know that electric car sales in China will be at least 40% by 2025 in the world's biggest car market. And that will also influence the vehicles being bought by many countries around the world. Because when you mass manufacture cars in the world's biggest car market, guess what happens? They start exporting those cars to other markets and other people can buy cheap electric cars as well. That's what I predict. That's what's happening daily now, currently, as we speak. Now, these numbers are completely wrong. I'm here to tell you what I've just shared with you is all wrong. This BNF analysis is bogus. Global Q1 to Q3 sales were 4.3 million. If the Q4 sales has the same numbers as Q3 of 1.8 million, it would be a total of 6.1 million. But Q4 is expected, well, we already know it's much stronger. We've seen some of the early numbers than Q3. Sales numbers for the year will definitely exceed 6.5 million. Now, if these guys who call themselves experts are wrong by 1 million or around about, 20%, 1 month before the end of the year, how can we trust their predictions for the next 5, 10, 20 years? Well, we can't. They're bogus. So the industry will sell at least 6.1 million, possibly 6.5 million electric cars in 2021. And guess what? That is more than double what they did in 2020. So my friend, I remember your criticisms, and guess what? I'm glad to say you were wrong. Thanks for watching the channel. I appreciate your support, and it's great to have you here. Keep those messages and emails and comments all coming. I'll do my best to respond to them as much as I can. Bye-bye. See you on the next one.